begins.
The joys of befriending your rage.
Hi, I'm Sophia Hoffer-Perkins.
Hi, my name is Leigh Seeleman.
And we are here to talk about a newfound love of ours, really.
Which is
rage. Crazy rage. And also joy and sweetness and wildness and playfulness and fullness, really. We just wanted to share, just kind of in this little tidbit, some of the gifts that we found in this courtship, in this getting to know both, for me it's like both the physical experience of rage, anger, frustration, that uncomfortable and intense experience, as well as listening and beginning to really learn what's underneath that. That's like if that's the big fire, if that's all the flames, what's the fuel? What's really kind of burning that big bonfire? So kind of coming out like we did, this wildness and this passion, I like to think about our selves as being whole, like in all that we are. And so it's like, I am this passionate being. And if I'm this passionate being, then everything I do has this possibility of passion. And so in that same token, if I suppress my passion, I'm suppressing my being, my passionate being. And that a lot of, I think, our excitement in our culture, in our families, our environments, can ask us to really bring it down, like bring it down a notch. And then especially, and this is where it connects to, especially when it comes to our anger or our rage or our frustration. And so finding a way to get into that power that has been really pushed down can be really freeing and actually unifying. So it's like the body that knows how to roar and like play and roar and it's not just the play though, it's also the part that like draws that firm boundary, like really holds a line. That fierceness is a fierceness that we either get or we don't get. Like we don't actually really get to choose.
What about you? My rage has really gifted me also a similar thing, knowing where my boundaries are, like knowing when I want to say yes or no to somebody. And the time in my life when I was really strengthening my boundaries and creating healthy boundaries was a time I felt a lot of anger and a lot of like, no, you can't go in my room. Like, no, I don't want to hang out with you. No, I won't do that for you.
Yeah.
And my teacher at that time told me to put a circle of stones on my altar and to put something that represented me in the middle to help strengthen that boundary. And as soon as I did that, my like just like came out toward people. And it's really cool because as I learned to walk it, I felt like there were some times where I showed my boundaries that had that feel of like, and people were like, whoa. And there were times it felt a little bit unkind. And that's okay because I was learning how to speak clearly.
Yeah.
And I feel like it moved into that really clear place where someone could say like, oh, do you want to hang out right now? And I would just say, no. And it wasn't like, no, I don't like you.
Right.
It's like, no, I don't want to, thank you. And so I feel like my anger often can show me when I might be engaging in a situation that I don't want to be in, or when my answer needs to be a no, or a yes, and let's make this different, or can we make
When I don't have boundaries, right? And I just say yes, whatever, I kind of feel pressured or whatever, like, or it seems like it's not even like a bad pressure, it just seems like a good idea and I'm going along with it, then it's like, all the places where I kind of thought maybe I didn't want it, I don't say anything. And so when I finally do respond, it's like because they're like shoving me in my liver or like in my throat, this idea of it's like by the time I actually speak up, it's because they're like really deep inside because I didn't put any external boundaries in that. And so they're like real deep inside and I'm just like, oh my God, get out of me, like stop this sucks. Like just like hating them, hating me, like there's all this crazy, it feels like craziness. Like it feels in that term of crazy, it's not like good, crazy fun, but this like, it's like disorienting, you know, because it feels so inside. And that the place of putting boundaries outside allows me to, like you said, that notion of like, will they come up here, and I can say like, no, not really into that. Or if they get really close, it's like, no. You know, if they get really close, I'm like, okay, like no. So that when it gets really close so when something hits me deep inside and I say, no way, like, and that like pushes way out, it makes sense. As opposed to me being like, oh, it's fine, and then turning into like this like losing my shit on people, which is something I used to do really easygoing until I like fell apart. And I wouldn't even rage on